What's that?
Ah! It won't budge.
Hauliers and merchants wanted. Sail the silvery seas, gaze upon the gate. No experience required.
You should leave now. I should have left when I still could.
Report to the tollmaster. Pay the toll. Give it to me now.
What do you bring? I require good. No, no, no! You must pay. You can pass, but first you must pay. Again! All that you have. You may pass the river, but first you must pay. The gold is not for me. The gold is for the toll. I collect the toll. I collect the gold.
Coming through.
Bye forever, pal. The hammer's gonna fall.
With haste. We shall prevail. Fading fast. I must heal.
Poor fucker.
Fearless. Finding my way.
Enemies afoot. withstand nature's wrath.
This is my time.
Let us see the battle won. The shadow curse warped her utterly. Death was a kindness. One moment.
Don't be shy.
I need healing.
A welcome rest. Shall we continue?
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. Something over there.
Seized inventory.
Breathe deep and move.
heavy door grinds open. The combination worked. The skeletal remains of the hopeful survivor still waiting to be rescued. Their desperate refuge now their everlasting tomb.
Oakfather preserve you.
Defender of the people. What have we here?
Seized inventory.
One move ahead.
Can't give up now. Need to find a way forward. Something over there.
Defender of the people.
dangerous ahead. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. No time to rest.
The scent of hops and barley is most persistent here, even after all this time.
Enough to make me? But I certainly wouldn't turn away a full flagon right about now.
After the shadow curse, fond of honey mead and melancholy evenings by myself. Now, imbibe. Only on the
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions. Steel yourself and venture forth.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul? Who better to suss out his like?
You'll find Zerel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
That's what I call an invitation. Let's find Zerel and get this caravan moving.
This fortress was a seat of the High Heralds, I believe. Long gone from here, of course.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover
Another
the secret
true soul.
of the Absolute.
The disciple will want to see through the main doors.
I saw it, true soul. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time. Us? We are so many. And we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm. Ready.
Welcome back, true soul. Zerel is holding an audience with the General, deciding the fate of those who have failed the Absolute.
Where do you hail from?
I was a farrier in Desarin Valley.
You're one of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zerel now.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword. Of course. Wouldn't dare. I'm sure she's got a plan. And only she knows what part twits like them have to play in it.
Can you hear her?
Of many hearts. One's...
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlak, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garrotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. Do you want the coins or not? First coins got the soul of a woman named Mavery. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate, struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Karlach's the one set to consume his soul, I hear. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand. Better hope you can handle what I've got.
Stand this close to her power.
I shall go.
I never thought I'd make it.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern bearer. To think the absolute great...
It's Roa you want. We only talk when you've misbehaved.
We once called monsters.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Blessed by association, let's say. I come to pay proper respect to a new power. I bow, but the Zentarim prefer to look their business partners in the eye. Joaquin's clipped coins, no. Faith is an over-flooded market. Transport, however. These faithful folk need some goods moved into the city. Our ships are obliging. Quietly.
An honor, true soul. Keeps looking over.
Looking ahead.
I'll feed him his own thoughts.
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh?
Very well.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, True Soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
A conversation is in order.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
Hush. Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Big. In walls above. Maybe. Whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. The Mig band. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat. You share.
Still breathing, despite everything. These boots have seen everything.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern bearer.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
Mercy, General! Please!
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
See? What'd I tell ya? Praise the Absolute!
Faith without action is anemic, sickly, in a word, useless. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
You did the right thing. I'm sure those nasties deserved a bollocking, but we're no executioners. Let's go see what Zerel makes of it.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood.
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Zerel.
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pilgrims, eh?
An honor, true soul.
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
Araj O'Blaudra, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. Research, naturally. We Ablodra's are simply curious by nature. No one gave it to me. Rather ironically, it runs in the bloodline. We Ablodras are naturally curious folk. Always have been.
You realize why the name rings familiar. House Ablodra was purged a century ago by an alliance of rival drow houses. Among the many crimes tallied against them, their reckless experimentation with illithid breeding stock.
Blessed by the Absolute, but not blinded by it. Now I simply must study you. The beings you speak of have no use for gods, and yet here we stand in a church of their making. Unless they are not the makers, but simply the means, wouldn't that be a secret worth knowing? So let me adjust my offer. Your blood and your silence, in exchange for the potions I mention, and a tidy pile of gold besides. Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. A little pain for a lot of gold. And there we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. And if I may, would you have a moment to discuss another more personal matter? Truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know you travel with a delightful Nightwalker in your retinue. Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both, handsomely. I must prepare myself for his arrival. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back anytime.
Need something? The Orthon is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael makes good on his word. In an old pair of boots, in an abandoned outhouse, in my own bedroll. The devil turns up where it pleases him, but we're bound to run into him soon. Well, obviously I would, but you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
I never thought I'd see one in real life. I read about your kind for so many years, but you are a finer specimen than any bestiary could describe. You're really a vampire. At least one of their spawn.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. And he's yours to command. My envy is palpable. I'm sure he really believes that. How Utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank. I can't say. It just smells wrong. Unnatural. Drinking it wouldn't kill me, but it would not be pleasant.
I don't have all day, true soul.
All right. Thank you. It's still a no, I'm afraid.
How very disappointing.
Thank you. I appreciated that.
Should mind my stab.
Oakfather preserve you. Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me if I'm to follow you. I'm with you.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
The feline eyes the parasite with a glint in her eye, intent clear. Murder. Glorious murder.
Threads in her design. Even those we once called monsters.
Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
I caught a glimpse of Ketherick and Zorel. Wouldn't have the gumption to stick my nose in, like you did, mind.
I heard you put in a good word for our mates. Cheers.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would. A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Soul
They battle silently for a long moment, the gnoll's heart drumming with strain. Then all at once, his heart stops.
Oh, Barnabas. I'm so sorry, me darling. Oh, he isn't the first to die. Her love is simply too much for some. I hope you will fare better when your time comes. Please, Zevlor, and you will be called to ascend to the tower top. Many have gone before you, though not all have returned. The Absolute is giving you a second chance, loves. Don't waste it.
Not if you keep them lips clamped together. Both of yes. It's drawing attention.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. You've been caught trespassing. Again. You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave. You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. You don't have permission to be here. You're about... You've wandered into a forbidden area.